bipolar RS. I wanted to crack on and have a little word, something I've been mulling over. I actually had the word in my head, and the word was captivity. And I looked it up in the dictionary, and it means imprisonment. And it sort of got me thinking about captivity to me. Doesn't mean that means something different to me. It means having to live in a zoo and having to live in conditions that somebody has designed and dictated for you, and somebody's gone and like a manual or an instruction rule book, and it says something like, "This is how to keep humans alive in captivity," and you have all the instructions of all the things we need daily to keep us alive, and somebody's ticked off the boxes and said, "There you go. That's all you need. Get on with that." And it's horrific. It is imprisonment. It is horrific because my next favorite, my favorite word of all time, really, is freedom. Um, I can't imagine ever not having my freedom, and that was the worst thing about me. Bipolar, I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't do anything. I was made to rest, and it was painful. I didn't not that I would have been told at the time. I would have whinged because somebody tells me, "No, you can't go and do that. You can't go on that train. You can't go and live in another part of the UK. You can't, live the life that you want. You have to live by the rules of the condition." So, I was thinking of it, like I say, a human zoo, and, where everything is catered for, everything alive, everything that somebody's decided is enough for a human being. It's a decision that's been made, somewhere else, and you've got the right climate, you've got the right food, shelter, clothing, all given. There's a set of instructions on how to be a human and to live in a zoo, as you say. And it reminded me, then I went on to thinking about Bedlam, where they used to, rattle the bars of the cells, and people used to pay to go in and laugh at the poor souls that were living there. And I just find it fascinating that that's how sometimes people behave, and we are some kind of spectators. I don't know. It's fascinating because it's sort of it's conditioning. It's sort of well, it's worked before, so it's we'll carry on that way. It's just, and the way I equate freedom with animals, nature, free animals, not animals in zoos. And I always say, well, they have the freedom to live or die. And in my opinion, that's what I want. I don't want the freedom. I don't sort of think, well, freedom is a bad thing. To me, freedom is, there are threats out there, there are worries, there are things that could kill you. But isn't that better than being kept in captivity? And people assuming what you need, or predicting, or presume, oh well, you should be happy, that's your lot, we've catered for you, we've got that, we've provided for you, we've nothing to worry about, to keep covered so that you can't get the keep covered so down the tent, so you need a bit of water, or give you a bit of, with a sprinkler, like we do with the elephants, it's crazy, it's crazy. And when it comes to freedom, I'm very, even if it goes wrong, even everything that could go wrong goes wrong, that's better than somebody taking those decisions for me, making those decisions for me. It's sorry, excuse me. It's that's how I see it. Some people, it's a bit like, I suppose, some people want to go to work for a company, or they want to work for themselves. I mean, working for yourself is famine and feast. It's scary. If you're in control of your life, you can work what hours you want to work or don't want to work. You can work with your dog, or really, but it's all about you. It's, at the end of the day, it's your wage packet. Your choice. Choice, freedom and choice. This is what we want. Anyway, I've got a funny little sign today that you might like. And it says, as soon as the rush is over, I'm going to have a nervous breakdown. I've worked for it, I deserve it, and no one's going to take it away from me. I thought it was really funny. And I've got some cards, different cards. And this is the chipmunk and laurel, and that means success. And then we've got the crow and the dogwood, and that means the wolf and the rose hip, and that means and I think that's all I was going to talk about, really. It's just that, there's not many needs that you have in this life, when you want to, realistically, you just need basics, and then the rest just happens. You need your house. Health is really important, because I always say your health is your wealth, and that's a big difference, makes a big difference to your life if you've got your health. It's just fascinating the way people sometimes just want to hand over, responsibility for their mistakes, or they don't want to. I listened to somebody very interesting, and he's very his subject is and he believes that we should be adults and grown-ups and not act like toddlers. So, I wouldn't have it any other way. I have freedom for it's the only thing that I more than anything that I really So, anyway, I'll let you go. I know you've all got things to do. I'm going to do this. um,